Let me go make sure that we're actually live.
Yeah, just...
Okay, good. Despite all the fucking gayness, whoops. Despite all of YouTube's retardedness, we're actually live. Okay. Let me just go post on IG. Alright. Okay. It's posting, finishing up, and posted. Yay. I'm gonna start this match. Oh, that's loud. Okay. I probably should have just turned off WWE game audio. Anyway, you wanna do the intro? Yeah.
The following contest is a
Why?
Cousin.
Okay, guys.
superstars that drew number 1 and number 2.
You know what? This is going so terrible right now.
Just shut up and do the intro. God, you're making it worse by not doing anything.
Oh my god. Right. Right, guys. Welcome to Killer Apples. Obviously, there's two of us. I'm Sugar Apple. And
Kill Switch. My name's Kill Switch.
We are talking about our reactions from what's just happened for the pay-per-view of SummerSlam.
WWE
First-
SummerSlam. Alright, I got you.
WWE SummerSlam.
Alright, cool. Okay, I got it from here. So, match 1 was between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. And Dean Ambrose was in Rollins' corner, and Drew McIntyre was in Dolph Ziggler's corner. And Seth Rollins came out victorious. So, for a first match, because like normally starter matches aren't really that good, they're kind of just like a match to, you know, get the WWE universe kind of, I guess, a little hype, and you know, while the and it's like a way to just kind of introduce the WWE universe into what's going on. But I'd have to say that this particular first match was actually a really good first match. Like, it was pretty quick paced, and I don't know, just all around a really good, entertaining match. What do you have to say?
Definitely was entertaining. Very sluggish at first, but it did then gain the pace of like hyping up SummerSlam more, like you said.
Yes.
Especially with that moveset that Seth Rollins did to Dolph. The one on the top rope.
Yeah, that one definitely got the fans up. Like, I think they started like "this is awesome" chants or something after that. So yeah, that definitely got the WWE universe hyped up. And I mean, honestly, that move was actually pretty awesome. So anyway, thoughts on like Ambrose, like the role he played, as well as like Drew McIntyre. Like, obviously we've seen in the past that Drew McIntyre was causing a lot of problems for Seth, when it came to trying to knock off Ziggler, and Seth was able to finally um, level the playing field by having Ambrose in his corner. And I think it really paid off because you saw that Drew attempted to get involved, but Ambrose was right there, like, nope. And Rollins got kind of distracted, and so that was really scary for a minute, but he turned around and got that kick in just enough time that it was just beautiful.
I mean, like the history between Seth and Dean, where Seth has like turned their back on the Shield and everything. The trust went down. He was like having that moment of doubt: is Dino actually gonna stop McIntyre freaking from interfering, or
Yeah.
am I going to deal with it myself? And you could definitely tell when he kept looking back anytime Drew actually tried to get involved. But really, Seth should put more trust in Dean and just concentrated on Dolph.
Yeah. I'm not really sure that it was that he had like doubts about Dean Ambrose's ability, cuz they go way back, like way back enough that I think that mm, that he wouldn't doubt it. I think it was just like reassuring to look back and see like I've got Ambrose. Ambrose is there and I know I've got Ambrose, and I think that helped.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, incredible. It was an incredible first match, and it was a really good way to kick off the show. I think it really set the bar for like what was to be expected for throughout the rest of the show, and I'd say SummerSlam overall was a really good show. Um, there were a couple matches that I thought fell flat, but we'll get. Okay, on to the next match, the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. Yeah, that match. Bludgeon Brothers kept the titles, but they lost the match because they disqualified themselves. Honestly, that was like a really pussy move. These guys are trying to come off as tough. They're trying to come off as scary and intimidating, but when they stoop to a level of like that, it kind of like ruins their hype, honestly. It doesn't make them seem as
Just
tough or
shows
scary. Yeah, they're just
it just shows how much of a coward they really are if they're gonna
yeah,
do cheap shots like that.
yeah. I'd have to agree.
I mean, you're supposed to be champions. Yeah, I get you go out there and defend your championship by any means necessary, but a true champion wouldn't cheat. They wouldn't get themselves disqualified. They would actually put in the hard work and go out and beat that person
Yeah. And I
or
mean,
people.
yeah. And in the New Day, like they kind of cheated in a little bit in a way themselves though too, because Kofi, who wasn't in the match, involved himself. Like they did have the numbers advantage in that way. And so I guess it was kind of in a way fair play. I just I feel like if the Bludgeon Brothers were really all that they want to act like and all that they would have found another way. Like maybe instead of taking the hammer to someone in the match, they could have taken the hammer to Kofi and taken him out of the equation and then continued the match. Then it would have been a 2v2. I don't know.
But they didn't because
Yeah.
they wanted to win by cheating.
Yeah,
and
they wanted to
getting themselves.
win. They didn't necessarily want to win by cheating. I mean, actually, they didn't win
Well,
though. They just kept their titles. Like they did whatever it was they
they
had to do to keep
yeah
their
they
title.
wanted to keep the titles
Yeah.
in the most cowardice way.
You're acting like they wanted to do that. Like wanted to be a coward. It's not like that. It's just they wanted to keep their titles. Um. No, honestly, I'd say though that the match itself up until that point was a pretty good, quick pace, good match. I'd say.
At first, it was like all one-sided.
Yeah, yeah. But it was still like a quick pace, one sided.
Which I do give the Bludgeon Brothers due credit, where they were trying to like get rid of Big E
Mhm.
and just keeping Xavier Woods in the ring as long as possible to try and get that victory, which worked for them for a while until it backfired. But yeah, hey Taco Bell.
What up, Taco? Um, yeah. Okay. I think that's good for match 2. We could go to match 3. Match 3 was Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. And the winner got the Money in the Bank briefcase. The thing about this match is it had a lot of hype building up to it. Like there was a lot behind it, and I think it fell flat for the hype. Like it was so quick. Like I felt like they could have made Kevin Owens fight back a little more, you know? I mean, I guess it fits Kevin Owens' character to just kind of get completely decimated, and it fits for Braun Strowman. But I mean, you look at matches like Brock Lesnar and say John Cena, where like John Cena's smaller than Lesnar. He's at a disadvantage, just like Owens was smaller than Strowman and at a disadvantage. They still could have made the match better, you know. I don't know. I feel like it was too short. It was way too quick. For all the build up behind it, it felt really flat. But that's my opinion.
I think that match should have been for the kickoff show, not the actual main show. No.
Yeah, cause I mean, yeah, to have it that quick, and then, and maybe from WWE's perspective, it was used as kind of a transition match in the middle. Just kind of to give them an opportunity to transition.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way, though, I
But I
think the
mean,
match fell flat for the hype.
yeah, it it had too much of a story going for it. How it was like a little Cinderella story. How the bad guy Braun Strowman was gonna get what was coming to him by Kevin Owens, the good guy type scenario. But
No,
it just
I would disagree with you there. Kevin Owens is clearly playing a heel character, and Braun
sure.
Strowman is clearly playing a face
Yeah,
character.
and
So it's not a Cinderella story. No. The thing is they had a story, and it had a lot of build up. They had like a pretty good backstory to the match that went nowhere.
mm,
I can understand why they wanted Braun Strowman to stay Monster in the Bank, but um, I just feel like they could have added more to that match, made it longer, you know, added a moment of wait, is Kevin Owens actually gonna pull this off, and then shut it down instead of Strowman just completely decimates him and then moves on. Like I don't know.
which would have been a lot better than what we actually saw.
Yeah. for sure.
But Braun Strowman is the monster among men, so he's going to destroy anyone and everyone that crosses his path as
Yes.
best as he can.
Yes. I forgot to add
And
to the title that there's spoilers,
sometimes,
so well, it's kind of a duh. Sorry.
and there are some times where he does literally throw some of the competitors round like a ragdoll.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the build up for Braun Strowman, is that he's this big, unbeatable guy. But I mean, they went through all the work to have Braun Strowman flip Kevin Owens' car, so to speak, and the whole porta potty thing, and you know, all that stuff, and then the match was just like nothing.
I mean, it wouldn't put me. I wouldn't think differently because there have been people, especially in the World's Strongest Man competitions, who have lifted up cars.
Mm,
I could.
mm.
It could be a possibility, but
No, bro, that car was
but
literally flipped. No human being can flip a car. Do you know how much a car weighs? It was fake.
yes, I know how
Like, that's
much a car
clearly
weighs.
fake. No human being can flip a car. And we're not really discussing that anyways. That was just a promo for SummerSlam. That wasn't SummerSlam, so it's not really our discussion topic. We can argue about Yeah, you know, leave a comment down below if you want to hear us argue about whether or not Braun Strowman flipped the car. You said all you needed to say for this match, or you got anything else to add? I'm pretty much spent.
No.
Okay, we can move on to match 4 then. This was the women's triple threat match between Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship belt. So Becky Lynch and Charlotte, best friends. Becky gets the title opportunity against Carmella, and then lo and behold, Charlotte gets in the way, and now it's a triple threat match. Okay, so you gotta see where Becky's already probably really frustrated. Like, you're supposed to be my friend, and now you've entered yourself into something that's really important to me, and potentially going to be a roadblock. But Becky's like, oh, well, it's okay, you know, I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means going through you. She's got her I'm just gonna do what I gotta do attitude going. Then the match comes along, and Charlotte wins. I think that provides a really good storyline for, like, the future of Becky and Charlotte. Like, that's good. It is a overused storyline, though, I'd say. You know, friends turning on each other kind of happens all the time in WWE. Like, all the time. I think the writers need to get some new material. But, hey, that's just me. The match itself, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't pay that much attention to this match, so you can take this one away.
Well, I was watching it, and I don't really like Divas matches as much. I'll give them the due credit to where they've come from in a male type business. They've brought it up there to be equal with both the males. I mean, give them credit where it's due with that, but the writers need to stop with this whole, oh, we've got one person and another person, they're best friends. Let's throw them in the match together against someone for a championship. It's just gonna cause chaos and problems.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm asking you to comment on the match itself, because I didn't watch the match, so I don't know, was it quick pace, was it slow pace, was it a good match? Like, that's what I'm asking you to comment on.
It was a
I
back
understand
and
the
forth match
storyline.
between the three of them.
Yeah. I think I
But
did glance
at
up, and
first,
like 1 minute it was Carmella and Becky, and then next it was Carmella and Charlotte, right? Like it just kept kind of switching off, and then yeah, right? Something like that.
No, not really. Because basically, they would fight. Becky would be fighting Carmella, and then Carmella would take Becky out, and then Charlotte would try and do the same. And then at one point in the match, Carmella tried to do the whole "she hit you in the head" move to get them fighting, which actually was a good move set because they wasn't going to start fighting because of being best friends. So that move was pulled. Charlotte was trying to be like, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. Da, 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 da. It's just, you're in a match. You're supposed to fight. It's every man, every woman for themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
you may be best friends, but you should just build a bitch, get over it. It's the way the business works. You're gonna go up
Yeah,
against
but
your friends.
yeah, but that's easy for you to say because you're not in the situation. You're not. You don't
Yeah,
have to
I
be in that
know. I
situation.
know.
I'm just saying. And
Yeah, I
okay.
know.
I'm talking match pace here, and you're still talking storylines. So we're just gonna forget about match pace. Nobody knows how the match pace went. I guess I don't know. Anyway,
It was
after
basically back and forth at a normal pace.
okay,
It wasn't too quick, too slow.
okay. Anyway,
It had a good
um,
amount.
the end of the match, we saw Charlotte win, and Becky hugged Charlotte and was like, it's okay, good for you, friend. And then things turned. Becky
She
attacked
let her emotions
Charlotte,
get the better of her.
and thus igniting potentially a feud between Becky and Charlotte, unless they decide to do the whole makeup thing. There's two potential ways WWE Creative can go with this. They can go with they continue fighting, or they kiss and make up and move on. I'm gonna go with the continue fighting because Becky's been working so hard, and Charlotte just swoops in and steals it that I don't see them making up. So yeah. Oh, match 5. Okay, this was honestly one of my favorite feud build-ups and all that. I actually enjoyed it. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. This one this one I actually liked. I mean, they did use the whole, I'm going to talk about your family type thing, which has been used before. But I kind of liked it the way AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, their take on it was pretty entertaining. Um, the match itself was a really good match. It lasted for a long time, though. I feel like. I think that was the match I felt like lasted a long time. Um, but it was good. There was a lot of near pins, I'm pretty sure. Is that the match I'm thinking of, right? Thinking of the right match? They had a lot of near falls. Yo.
They had quite a few, yeah.
Yeah. And the match, I mean, Samoa Joe literally before the match even started, he takes the mic and starts talking to AJ Styles' wife, who was in the crowd with one of their kids. That alone was perfect to just add on to the whole storyline, the backstory to the match. I thought that was pretty brilliant use of the character. Yeah, the match itself was a really good match. I enjoyed it. The ending was my favorite though. I really liked the ending. The ending part where Samoa Joe grabs a mic and once again starts talking to AJ Styles' wife, and he says something like, "I promised you that I would, that Daddy would come home." Well, that's not the case because AJ Styles is pretty hurt, and he's like, "I'll just be your daddy," which was like crossing a really huge line. And AJ Styles, when he heard that, he completely snapped and just went psychotic on Samoa Joe, steal sharing everything. So he got himself disqualified. Samoa Joe won the match. And then, AJ went over to his family, and his wife was telling him like, "Hey, that's enough. Just like stop." And he had a cute little moment with his daughter and all that. But yeah, the match and the storyline and everything, I think, worked perfectly. Like, that was a good storyline and a good match. Over to you and your thoughts.
I mean, my thoughts about it. It was a good match. You, it definitely does look like that they're gonna continue the feud, especially at the end after AJ left and Sojo got up. That definitely is gonna continue until either the title changes hands or someone gets injured and has to leave the company for a while, you know?
What title are we talking about? Oh, the WWE title. Yeah, I forgot that was for the WWE title. Wow. I just completely spaced that part. I got so caught up in the match and everything, and I forgot that the title was even involved. Yeah,
Yeah, because
glad
the
you
whole
remembered.
issue was that
Samoa Joe wanted to be
apparently
champion.
AJ Styles was more in love with going on the road, traveling, wrestling, and being a champion than being a family man.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot about the title. But yeah, yeah.
And you can definitely
And
tell the build up and like the reactions. You could definitely tell that Samoa Joe would do anything just to get inside of his head.
yeah, oh
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
backfired. It
Yeah,
backfired pretty bad.
yeah. Yeah, AJ Styles definitely he pulled the Bludgeon Brothers. He disqualified and retained his title. But the difference between AJ Styles doing it and the Bludgeon Brothers doing it is AJ Styles didn't do it to retain the title. He did it because he was pissed. Because Samoa Joe
He
overstepped
he did it
big
because
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
he crossed the line. Yeah, they may be friends in like real life,
Yeah, but that has nothing to do
but
with anything, and so I don't know why you're bringing that up. I mean, obviously we know these are storylines. Like, you don't have to bring that part up. Anywho, what I was gonna say, I don't remember what I was gonna say now. What the freak was I gonna say? I had something that I've been wanting to say for like a while now, and now I don't remember. Oh, on your comment about saying that it might end with the titles changing hands, I feel like even if the title changes hands, like Samoa Joe wins, I feel like it's still gonna continue, and AJ's probably gonna try and get the title back, and like I feel like it'll continue past that potentially. This is it's a pretty deep feud that I don't see it ending anytime soon. So yeah.
next.
Just a quick note. They should stop this whole Elias thing. This Elias thing's gay. Moving on. Match 6. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. I'll let you start off on this one. Wait, let me
Oh,
just make one comment really
Miz,
quick. Let me talk
Miz,
about Miz's
Miz.
attire. I need to talk about Miz's attire really quickly, and then I'll let you take over. Miz is trying to look like Ninja. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Got the whole headband going on. He's a wannabe ninja right now. But anyway, yeah. Now over to you.
I want to be ninja dress style, but not people who are in like ninja fans and question what we just said. But that match was only going to go one way. Even though Daniel Bryan put his heart and soul into like shutting the Miz up, he nearly did, which kind of sucks. I really, really, really hate Miz. He's just one of those people that you wish was never around. But that match, it was gonna go one way. You could see it. Miz is one of those people who has to have someone there to help him out in every match. Like, come on. We know how this is gonna go. Ooh, Miz beats up Daniel Bryan and uses something to gain the win.
Yeah, so what she's referring to, because she didn't give you a layout. The Miz had his wife at ringside in front row, and he fell again. He got kicked by Daniel up against the barricade by his wife. And in that moment, his wife reaches in her jacket and pulls out something which appears to be brass knuckles. And WWE is trying to pretend like they don't know what it is. It's clearly brass knuckles. It's not even a question. And gives it to the Miz. And when Daniel Bryan goes to fly through the middle rope head first, the Miz punches him with the brass knuckles, falls back, throws the brass knuckles back to his wife, goes in and gets the win using brass knuckles. In other words, the Miz does what the Miz always does, and he cheated to get the win because he's not a real man. Anyway, Miz's character's perfect. I don't like him, but his character is good. Yeah. I think that having the Miz win this match was actually a good thing, because that'll add to Miz's character, and that'll add to Daniel Bryan's need to beat the Miz, so that in a future match, if they want to end it there, Daniel's victory will just be that much more, and like sweet, and that much more what's the word I'm looking for? Meaningful. Yeah.
I am just like as you was talking then about how Miz got the brass knuckles from Maurice. It's kind of a 2018 spin-off to Eddie Guerrero with the cheating type.
Yeah, but I would never compare Miz to Eddie Guerrero. Like, Eddie Guerrero is actually a legend. The Miz is just a guy. No,
Yeah.
no. Cutting that.
That, that
I get what
that's
you're
the thing
saying, though.
Yeah. It's like the writer's trying to make Miz to be a copycat.
Not really. I mean, that's always been the
Shawn
Miz's
Michaels
MO,
thing.
though. I
Yeah.
wouldn't really say that. The Miz has got his own persona. The Miz has got his own thing. He's not really a copycat. There's nobody in the WWE like The Miz. Sure, he
But the
uses
whole
some moves that other people use, but every superstar has a move that they use that came from a
yeah,
legend. So you can't really say he's a
yeah,
copycat.
yeah, I know that.
Then why would you, if you knew it, then
But
why'd you say he was a copycat? That doesn't make any
oh my
sense.
god.
It doesn't. It doesn't make
I
sense.
mean, the whole storylines with Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, people saying that he's trying to be like them. It's also the whole storyline between Daniel Bryan calling him a coward. He just literally proved that in that match that he is a coward. That he cannot win unless he has something that helps him. I.e., sometimes it's his wife, sometimes it's other superstars.
Yeah.
Half the time he goes hiding behind Maurice.
Yeah.
What man does that? Oh,
it adds to his character. But yeah. It's The Miz's character, and I think there's nobody better than The Miz to play that particular character. He's really good at it. He's really, really good at it. Like, you believe it when you see it. You believe, like, this guy. You know, it's hard sometimes to realize, like, he's probably not really like that in real life. Actually, I'm pretty sure he isn't. But he's really good at making it seem so real that sometimes it's hard to remember, like, wait, this isn't actually how this guy is. He's really good at what he does. I'll give him that.
He's basically shows off for the camera his character form. No matter if there's going to be a camera for the WWE, like his reality show in the ring, he's always going to be that asshole character.
Yeah, he's just really good at what he does. Match 7. Baron Corbin, or should I say Constable Corbin? Okay, honestly, I'm not even gonna get into that. Versus Finn Balor, but not as Finn Balor, as the Demon, which I still don't fully understand the whole Demon and Finn Balor thing. Like, what has he got? Split personality disorder? Whatever. Anyway, I don't really possess an opinion on either one of these guys. Like, Finn's talented. Baron Corbin is talented. They're wasting his talent on a stupid character, in my opinion. But that's whatever. You know, it wouldn't be the first time WWE's done that. I mean, they've even knocked Finn down some notches, and Finn's talented. I don't think he should be mid-card like he is right now. The match itself, it was really quick. It was another one of those matches that I think, you know, just kind of wasn't there for me.
Too much of a build-up as well for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess they wanted to run with the idea that the reason it was so simple to knock off Baron Corbin is because he wasn't expecting the Demon, he was expecting Finn. But I mean, we're talking about the guy, like, Baron Corbin won the first Andre Memorial Battle Royal thingy. This guy, he's not the kind of guy that would get scared or thrown off his game by that. And the fact that they're trying to make him act like, oh my god, it's the Demon, like, is stupid to me. I didn't buy it. I don't find it very convincing, and I didn't think it was a good move. That's my opinion. The match itself was really dry, it was completely one-sided, and over very quickly. I did not like that match.
Another match that I think that should have been on the kickoff show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's what I think about the match.
Okay.
You're gonna have matches like that. Put them in the kickoff show.
Yeah.
Not in the main.
I think they kind of just used it as a transition match to get warmed up for the next big thing, you know? Ready to move on?
They're
okay.
famous for doing quite a lot.
Well, gotta do something to entertain
anyway.
the crowd. Moving on.
Yep.
Match 8, Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It had kind of a dry, yet weird start. Like, the match itself felt pretty dry in the beginning, I think. But it picked up and got better. I did like the whole taunting thing that happened between Shinsuke and Jeff. I found it very
What
funny
was
and weird.
what was your comment saying that you said about it?
I don't remember. But
Is
anyway,
this is this a competition to see who's the weirdest?
oh yeah, yeah, I remember saying that now.
Something
Yeah,
along those
yeah,
lines?
yeah, pretty much. And no, but towards the end, it really picked up. I mean, Jeff started doing his dives and all that and Jeff's dive did backfire on him. Thus, Shinsuke did win, and retain his title. Um, I'm not really partial to either one of the guys. I kind of like them both. They're both kind of weird and, whatever. Uh, so yeah, I think the match was it was an okay match. I wouldn't call it good, but I wouldn't say it was bad. It was okay. Yeah. And yeah, anything you want to say about the match itself? Nothing about the end yet. I'm getting there.
I mean, like you said, it was slow at first. It was doing the whole taunts and look at who can be the weirdest in a match type thing. But as soon as it started to pick up, both of them, you can tell both of them have a quick style pacing of wrestling.
Mhm.
One is like not been in the WWE business for a while, and then you've got Jeff Hardy who's been in it for so long, who's got the knowledge and all that lot. Yeah, once it picked up to where they're both to a pace where they're both comfortable, it got better. And Jeff Hardy's one of those who really does like to take risks, and as you see, it did backfire on him badly,
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
which gave
Sometimes.
Nakasura the win.
What did you just call him? It's Nakamura.
Nakasura, I can't pronounce his name, okay?
Why don't you try his first name? It's Shinsuke.
I still won't be able to pronounce it either.
Okay, well,
Uh,
you know.
Japanese
Anywho.
names are freaking weird to pronounce at times.
Anywho, come the end, Randy Orton, who's had this little thing going on with Jeff Hardy, not necessarily with Jeff Hardy, like, it's starting with Jeff Hardy. I mean, he's kind of gonna probably move on to other guys and try and wipe them out as well with this whole new heel act. There's a lot of controversy around Randy that I'm not gonna bring up, that I'm not gonna mention. We're gonna put that aside, even though I think it's part of the reason that Randy did what he did on the show. Randy showed up. He started walking towards Hardy like he was gonna go in there and pick the remains up and beat him up and all that, but he changed his mind and he went back. Could that be the Viper just like waiting for the right moment to strike? You know, like, is that WWE holding him back for a different reason, a personal life reason, that I said I'm not gonna mention? It's hard to say.
If you do have the WWE Network, you can watch the exclusive behind the scenes after the show to find out, because I'm pretty sure that they would have had him, like, had one of the backstage people like Charlie interview him about
Yeah, okay,
why.
but we're not speculating here, though. We're talking about what happened.
Yeah,
This
I
isn't
know.
a speculation. You're straying from the purpose of the video right now. You're doing that quite a lot. Anyway, why Randy did what he did, we won't really know. That's unless WWE wants us to know. And if it's for the reason I'm thinking, then they're not going to explicitly say that. It does make sense that Randy did show up, because, obviously it's something Randy would do. I feel like Randy that we know would have actually gotten the ring and would have actually done something. That's why I think there's something else holding him back that's not his choice. Not his character choice or anything like that. I think it has to do with a personal reason. Anyway, we're gonna move on from Randy. Let's go on to match 8, Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. I absolutely love this match. Oh my god, this match is so funny. Okay, for starters, they need to get some, like, buffer, tougher, meaner women in this business or some shiz, because, like, honestly, that was just comical. Like, Alexa Bliss was not competition for Ronda Rousey. Like, Ronda's so freaking intense, and Alexa's like this girly girl Harley Quinn wannabe. Like, it just didn't even work. Like, it was the matchup itself was just so comical, but in a way I kind of loved it. It was funny. Alexa did a lot of running. Eventually Ronda caught up to her. And ouch, the ending, that was just painful. Ronda's arm techniques are very painful. Did she break Alexa Bliss's arm? I don't know. It seems like it, and it really hurt to watch. But I'm very proud to say that we have a new Raw Women's Champion. I'm very happy about that. I'm very glad that Ronda won. I found the match to be comical yet entertaining. So yeah. Anything you have to say?
No, not really. You said it all.
Yeah, and personally I love Ronda. So I might be a little bit biased, but yeah.
I mean, I will add one thing. It seems like the writers are bringing back old past storyline. If you remember, like Beth Phoenix dominating all the women.
Oh yeah. I remember Beth Phoenix, yeah.
That's what it's starting to look like with Ronda Rousey.
Which is fine, because I mean that's a storyline that they don't use very often, I don't think.
No.
As a matter of fact, I don't think it's been seen since, like, Beth Phoenix. I mean, because they kind of went that way with Nia Jax, but they didn't really fulfill it completely. Except, was Beth Phoenix a heel, or was she a face? I don't remember.
She was a heel.
Yeah, see, and Ronda's a face, so that's the difference.
And then there was times where she did face stuff.
Yeah.
But she was a true heel through and through.
Yeah. I remember Beth. You remember Kelly Kelly?
Well,
God, Kelly
if they do that type of storyline, we may actually see Ronda Rousey go into a male type of competition like Beth Phoenix did with the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I really want to see that. They also let Karma.
Oh yeah.
Karma go into a Royal Rumble. I love Karma. Karma was fun. Yeah, if they let Ronda in with the boys, that'll, yeah, but I loved her. If they let Ronda in with the boys, I think that'll be really entertaining. I mean, come on, she's already dropped Triple H, like.
And Kurt Angle.
Yeah, and Kurt Angle. But yeah, pretty much, if I was to sum up the Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss in one word, the word would literally be ouch. That ending was just, it was very painful.
I'd say more than one word. Hilarious.
I know, but I'm saying if I had to choose one word, it would be ouch.
Yeah. I'd say more of hilarious.
Yeah, I'd say ouch, but hey. Okay.
Do you want to be a champion? I'll lay you into the ring. I'll have my back against to you. I'll have my eyes closed.
Oh yeah, and she sits down. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Whoa, it's Randy Orton versus Jey Uso at the end of the Royal Rumble on the current game right now. The reason that I had Randy go last is because I wanted to be able to think and not have to worry about playing. And now I'm gonna have to worry about playing through the final match discussion, which is like, hello, the main event, most important match ever, right? Okay, we've seen it a billion times though, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I feel like that kind of takes the hype out of it. But last matches, Roman Reigns actually pulled off the win. And Roman Reigns is a very controversial character. He's got his fans and he's got his haters. I like Roman. You can hate me for that if you want to. I was happy that he won finally. I'm also very happy that at least now the title is going to be with someone who's going to actually defend it. And yeah.
Did you want me to take over while you're concentrating on the game?
I'm not actually concentrating.
Okay.
So, Braun Strowman, before the match actually started, came out and he was all like, I'm gonna cash in on whoever wins this match. And I'm letting you know that right now because I'm not gonna take the coward way out. And you know, that caught Brock Lesnar's attention, I think, more than it did Roman. Like, Roman didn't really seem to, like, he knew it was there and he knew that he would potentially have to face Braun Strowman after Lesnar, but he didn't let it get to his head. Brock, on the other hand, he let it get to his head, and that's what cost him. 'Cause Brock, instead of focusing on his opponent, decided that he was gonna have a match outside of the ring with Braun Strowman and take Braun Strowman out of the equation altogether, which was good. I mean, good news for whoever won, but it was bad news for Brock because it took his focus off of Roman, which gave Roman plenty of time to recover from Brock's attacks and spear victory the end, you know? And Roman's spear clearly caught Brock off guard. Like, that was obvious. I just feel like Brock really screwed himself when he focused on Strowman. I'll let you talk now.
I mean, beginning of the match, you could tell Roman just wanted to get it over and done with the amount of spears and Superman punches that he did. He just wanted to try and get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Until it got changed around to Brock Lesnar taking over.
Yeah.
And then the whole point of Brock getting distracted again, which was like one of the best keys that could happen, you know.
It was one of the
have the
worst
title
things
change.
for Brock to do, honestly.
Yes, it definitely was.
It was good for Roman, though. Yeah, it was really good for Roman. In the beginning, what happened with Roman is Brock was startled by the whole thing with Strowman, and Roman knew that, so he was trying to take advantage of the fact that Brock was knocked off his game, which is why Roman was so hype and like trying to do everything he possibly could to injure Brock Lesnar.
And the match quick as possible.
Yeah, and he probably was also looking to end it quickly because he'd have to face Braun Strowman afterwards. Is what he was thinking until, you know, Brock took Strowman out the equation.
Brock Lesnar did the whole, yeah.
Yeah, which honestly worked in Roman's favor really well because that meant Roman beat Brock Lesnar, got the title because he was distracted, and then he didn't have to worry about Strowman anymore. Like it was a perfect mix for Roman. Everything kind of just went Roman's way tonight.
He does deserve it. I mean, watching the whole build up to this match, and we saw how he got screwed over at the Great Royal Rumble in Shanghai with the Hell in a Cell
Saudi
match.
Arabia.
But yeah, whatever.
And it was a steel cage match. What happened with that is Roman speared him through the steel cage, and Brock's feet were still on the steel cage. Roman's feet hit the floor, but they said Brock won. So they said the first person's feet to touch the floor is the winner. Brock's body may have touched first, theoretically, through the steel cage, but his feet didn't. Yeah.
But actually, Roman did deserve this win.
Yeah, he finally got the redemption. He's finally beat Brock Lesnar. It finally went his way tonight.
And now we can finally not see any more Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns matches. Yay.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Because
All
that
right.
was starting to get old.
Yeah, it really was. They kind of wore that one out. I mean, I guess they wanted to make the victory for Roman all that much more sweeter, like I was kind of saying with Daniel Bryan earlier, and it worked. But I'm sick and tired of seeing Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and I'm sure the rest of the universe can agree. But anyway, I think we should call that a wrap. This was a pretty good stream, pretty good talk. So yeah, we'll see y'all in the next stream or upload, whichever comes first. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and
if any of you want to add anything to this, you can do in the comments below.
yeah, if you have to say anything about either one of our views, disagrees, agreements, whatever, definitely comment below. We are definitely interested in seeing your thoughts. Anyway, Kill Switch and Sugar Apple signing off now.